Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is July 18th, and this is your aftermarket update. So today was the first day on the September contract here for the CL. The CL is in the middle of contract roll. We are also in the summer months, so it makes the moves a little bit unpredictable and it can be a little bit challenging. In fact, the last couple of days, our trades have been basically they've been well over an hour long. Yesterday, we were really close to hitting the target. Today, we got fairly close to hitting the target. And again, I had a little bit of bad luck. My initial trade today was a stop out. Stopped me out at by one tick. My stop was at 92. It went up to 93. Grabbed me and never came back again. That's a little bit of a bummer. But what we were looking at here today, you did have your daily structure signal up here at 4704. We were looking for a breakdown through. Really, you're looking for a breakdown through this price action here at 86. There is 76, and what my thought was today is that once we broke down through 80, rallied up into this zone, broke down through 80, we would be looking for a move. Really, I thought we'd be looking for this move down to, my initial instinct was 28. Later in the trade, and actually you're going to hear me say on the short from 76, target 28. The market actually comes down here to 25, right? So, but for the sake of complete transparency, I did move that target down a little deeper to 13, so we wouldn't have gotten down there, and so I would have been trail stopped anyway on the way back up, but I'm going to show you where I actually got trail stopped. And again, just a little bit of a bummer in the way that I get trail stopped out today. But right here, my first trade today was right here on a break of this 80 level. We came right down to 76. That's important, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. We came up here to 93. And then that's where I got tagged out. Then you had a triple top there at 92. That's where my stop originally was. Came out, took me out by a tick, and then rolled out of bed. The reason this 76 is important, and on a 4-hour chart, there is a 61.8% retracement, Fibonacci retracement right there at 76. And so I was getting in just a little bit early here at 80. We come right down to the 76. Rallied up, took me out. Again, the reason I was getting in early is I'd left a lot of meat on the bone up here at this structure signal. We had a real rotational area right here around 86 on the order book and in the order flow tools. My idea was that if we got through 80, we would break on down through, and actually that turned out to be the right idea. But we stopped at 76 first. What you're going to see me do here is get back in at 76. And then we hold on to the trade all the way down to the bottom. I end up getting trail stopped out right here in this mess before it comes all the way back down to 25. I got trail stopped right here. So my trail stop was at 53, and then we just kind of capped out right here, right around that zone. So I got trail stopped at, actually it was right back here. It was right around 1030. So yeah, it was in this move up here. Sorry, it was in this move up here. They got to 57 and then back down to 33. And then I think I was right in this area. Anyway, either way, the market comes back down here to 36. It just sort of rotated around. Anyway, ended up taking 23 ticks times 2 lots. And so one of the things that we talk about in here is if you're going to hold on for your targets, if you're going to hold on to full stops, you need to hold on to targets. And so, for example, we did a product demo in here today. One of the things that we talked about is you got to ask yourself this question. If you are one of those traders that likes to take some off at 10 ticks and let the other batch run, then you got to ask yourself, are you doing the same thing when the trade is losing, or are you taking the complete stop all the way to the finish? If you're taking the complete stop all the way to the finish, then why are you mitigating your winning trades? Why not try to hold them until you get to your completed target? And the reason most people don't is because they're not quite sure how to get to those targets. And that's one of the things that we do in here is provide you with excellent ideas for targets in your trading. And that's with our market maker levels and some of the setups and things that we do. We show you how to hold on to some of those longer trades. Now, these trades end up being long sometimes, and most of the time they are, right? Because you have to deal with a lot of ebbs and flows as they go back and forth. But today was a good example. 12-tick stop, 23-tick winner, times 2 on both is a 2-to-1 risk reward. So we lost 1 and we won 2. So we end up the day positive. So anyway, that's the way the philosophy works. And what we do in here every day is show you how we implement that philosophy. We don't win every single day. No trader does. But when we do win, we are winning 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, etc. So today's trade of the day is just like that. So I've taken today's trade. I'm going to show you where we get in. I'm going to cut it down into pieces. I'm not going to let you I'm not going to make you watch, I should say, subject you to watching a trade that goes an hour and a half like I think this one did today. So we cut it down into pieces, put a little bit of music behind it, and just kind of let you see where we get in and get out and kind of see how the market was moving really quickly in the interim. So without further ado, I'm going to let you watch this OTG trade of the day. I am in at 76 here, and there we go. Target underneath is 28. Target's 28. Stop here is break even. All right, so before I go through kind of the end of this here, one of the things that I want to share with you is that the reason that we put out these Trade of the Day videos is really just to show you that when we are looking for targets, we're looking for to go 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 plus. As I told you, the first trade of the day here was a losing trade, and our winning trade just doubled what we lost. And so if you can get yourself into a good habit and a good routine of holding on to targets, holding on to targets, my opinion, if you're going to be all out on the losers, you should be all out on the winners. Otherwise, you have to end up winning a lot to cover the difference in that. That's our trading philosophy. That's the way I like to look at the world. And so it serves us well. If you are uncomfortable or not really know how to get to a target, or you've never done that before, that's really what we can help you with. We can provide you with support and tools and training in the form of our day trading chat room to show you how it is to be able to go through and hold on to these trades. Do they work every time? Absolutely not. No trading does. And I don't want to fool you into thinking that we work every single time. In fact, we've positioned ourselves into a place where we could be wrong a lot more than we are right and still come out ahead. And the reason that that's the case is because we do have the right risk reward in play here on a day in and day out basis. And that's really what we want to try to teach you. If you want to do those kinds of things and you've just never been able to figure out how to do it, then we're the place for you. We give you the tools, the targets, and the confidence, and that's really what it is, the confidence to be able to hold on to those longer targets. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group, and until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.